I wanted to talk about the Giants' chances to make the playoffs. As we sit here on the night of August 21st, they are 3.5 games out of the final wild card in the National League. It's a tough road ahead for the Giants. They have a less than 10% chance to make the postseason. They didn't do themselves any favors against the Chicago White Sox. Of course, they did win the series, but if you could be disappointed with winning a series, this is definitely the time you'd be disappointed with winning a series, because the White Sox are one of the worst teams in Major League history, and the Giants had a chance to sweep them. They got a great start from Logan Webb, and today they just could not finish off the sweep. It was 2-2, and the bullpen gave up 4 runs in the 9th inning. Yes, being mid is annoying. It's been annoying the last 3 seasons now. You still got this 3.5 game, in effect 4.5 game deficit to overcome in 33 games down the stretch. I would say a 20-13 finish or better gets them in the playoffs. That's a tough pull, considering only 6 of their 33 are against teams with losing records. Their rotation is the closest thing they have to being great at something. That's the closest thing they have to hanging their hat on. These last 33 games are important. It's frustrating to watch because they've gotten my hopes up at least 4 or 5 times. And literally, they don't even give you like 3 days to feel good about them, because the highest they've been is 3 games over 500, and then they'll go right back down. The hope is fading. Definitely needed to take advantage and sweep the White Sox today. Bullpen management was shaky from Bob Melvin, to say the least. He had some answers as to why he made the decisions he made, basically saying Tyler Rogers and Ryan Walker were not available. Eric Miller, I think, was the right choice given that those guys were not available. And the only other righty in his mind, I guess, was Spencer Bivens to go to, but Bivens has never been in that situation as a major leaguer. To throw him into that is pretty unfair, even against the White Sox. Jordan Hicks maybe could have pitched. I know Taylor Rogers is a lefty, but he hasn't pitched in like a week. So Melvin, this is the first time I really felt like he deserved almost all of the blame. The offense has been awful, yes, but at some point you got to pick your players up that you're managing and manage that game like it's a playoff game, which they have managed several games like that, and today just wasn't one of them. And I don't understand why. You can't take any game for granted. I'm not saying Melvin did that, but he came as close as you can to taking a game for granted. This isn't a post-mortem on 2024 yet, but we're getting close. They're 1 bad week away and a couple average weeks away from it being a post-mortem, because you cannot continue to just hover around 500 and expect to wake up on September 21st and just be like, oh, well, we're 2 games over, time to win our last 10 games, which is not impossible, but it's very unlikely. So they need to pick it up now. We'll see. It's exciting to still be here somewhat. It's disappointing after this loss to the White Sox today. It's now or never for them. It's been now or never for them, but this really is like a crossroads moment. When they play the Diamondbacks, that first series in September, if they are not 71-67, I don't think there's any chance this team makes the playoffs. So that means they have to go 6-3 in their next 9 games. The Giants go 6-3 in their next 9 games. I believe they still have a chance to make the playoffs. Anything less than that, I can't take them seriously.